Hey guys, it's Mel back again. Today we're going to talk about spirit guides. What are they? So what are spirit guides anyway? I've talked about them in a few videos and told you this video was coming, so here it is. Spirit guides are a spirit that is assigned to you before your birth, and you actually get to help choose your spirit team before you're born. So the spirit guide is assigned to you and they will follow you throughout your life and help you along your life's journey to help you with your soul growth and move you along your soul path that we are on always. They are assigned to you and only you. They are just your very own little spirit. Basically, they're all yours. They are like a mentor that is just for you, and they follow you throughout your life, which is awesome. Spirit guides are there to help. They want to help, and they want you to reach out and ask for help. They want you to listen. They want to develop a relationship with you. Most people just don't cross over into that being able to communicate back and forth. They still will get the guidance and those little nudges, those like, oh, this gut feeling, kind of thing. That's your spirit team moving you in the direction that you're supposed to go in and putting things into place for you so that you go where you need to go to get things that you need to get and jobs you need to get, those kind of things. Have you ever had an experience where things just fall into place? Like things that shouldn't have been possible, just the pieces just fit and fell right into place, and it was super easy, and pretty soon you have a new house, or you have a new car, or a new job, or just something, a new relationship, just the pieces just fit all of a sudden, and you're with this thing that you've been wanting or trying to get, and it just happened effortlessly. That's your spirit team working with you, working for you, and making things happen and putting things in your path that are going to lead you in the direction to meet the people you're supposed to meet, and to go the places you're supposed to go at the right time, to just make everything fall into place. Everyone has at least one spirit guide. Most people have a team of like 3 to 7, and depending on where you're at in your life, you can have different amounts of them. There are some that come and go. You always have at least 3 that are with you from birth to death, and then the rest of them come and go as needed. So they can be with you for a season, they can be with you for a year, they can be with you for a week, they can be with you for 10 years. However long they're needed to accomplish what it is they're there to do, they will stick with you. They're there to help you learn a specific lesson, and once you've learned it, and you don't need them anymore, so they'll move on and they will be assigned to somebody else. Or they just move on their soul path to help someone else that they're supposed to help. Just like people, we have people come into our lives for a season sometimes. They're there to teach us a specific lesson, and then when we learn that lesson, things will happen and we just will lose touch, or maybe have a fight, or we don't end up staying in contact with those people. But when you look back, you can usually think about a certain person and then go, if you really think about it, they helped you accomplish something. So they helped you learn, something. You learned a lesson from every relationship that you've been in, every situation you've been in. Everything in our lives, happens to help us learn what we're supposed to learn on our path. So that's what our spirit team is there to help us do. They help us, like I said, they help. Hey, could you help me get a parking space? They can even make stuff like that happen. So you guys, when you're hitting all the green lights and you're like, man, this is awesome, this never happens, say thank you, because your spirit team is working for you. Somebody on your spirit team was like, you know what, they need a break today, so we're just gonna make these lights work with her and not against her today. Spirit guides are awesome. They're really fun. They're like best friends. And once you learn how to communicate with them, it is so fun. You can talk to them and ask them questions and consult them about decisions. They won't give you the answer. They won't tell you what to do, but they would love to point you in the right direction. We all have to learn our own lessons, but they definitely are there to consult you and say, if you say that, would this be my greater good? They can say yes or no. That they, won't necessarily be like, this is what you should do. Sometimes they will. Sometimes they'll push, We've all had that, like, where things just keep happening that remind us of the same thing over and over and over and over, or the same topic keeps popping up everywhere we look and everywhere we go, and friends that normally wouldn't talk about stuff like that, it's coming out of them, and it's like, okay, stuff like that. So those, it's all related to your spirit team, you guys. I know, you know, we can just say, oh, coincidence, but it's really not. It's all part of the plan. Spirit guides appear in whatever form they feel like we are ready to accept. They could be a deceased loved one. They could be a plant spirit, a crystal spirit, an animal spirit. They could be a fairy. They could be, you know, a gnome. They could be any number of things. An ancestor. I mean, they could be just countless things. But they will, if you're able to see them and hear them, they will appear to you in the form they feel like you would be most accepting of. So if you don't believe in fairies and they are a fairy, they're not going to show themselves as a fairy. They're going to show themselves as Uncle Bob, or you know, a Native American, because you know, believe in that culture. You know, they'll take the form of whatever it is they feel you're ready to see. And then, you know, eventually they may change how they look and start to show you kind of what they really look like once they feel like you're kind of more accepting of that. But sometimes they won't. It just depends on how your path goes and how your growth goes. So basically, your spirit guides are best friends in the spirit world who are there to help you through your life. So just know they're always there, and if you need them, definitely ask them for help. And if you are not able to hear or see spirit yourself, definitely watch out for signs. You can ask them for a sign and say specifically, I want, like, in 2 weeks, can you, you know, blah, 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 make a leaf appear. Or, you know, just tell them, like, hey, could you make a certain color leaf, or a feather, or a flower, you know, whatever it is that you think you want to see appear. And then you just have to really be watching for it, because it doesn't ever necessarily going to be a physical rock or a physical flower. It could be this lady with flower dress on is giving you a message that you should be listening to, you know, and you don't really put it together until later. You're like, oh my gosh. So I mean, it's not always necessarily an exact replica, like a physical thing of whatever. It can be metaphorically also a sign. So you just have to keep your eyes peeled for those kinds of things. They're a little sneaky sometimes. So that is spirit guides. And if you guys have any questions, definitely leave them down below. And if you're not comfortable leaving a comment, I have in my about section on my channel, there is an email that you can definitely reach out to, and I will get back to you. That's all for today. Keep being a spirit friend, and thanks for watching. Bye!